welcome back to the channel. Right, today we are having a look at another Casio. Casio Edifice, extremely popular and some fantastic value for money, and this one is actually really cool. It's probably about the closest I'll get to a smartwatch because it's got Bluetooth on it. Anyway, this is the Casio Edifice ECB-20D Bluetooth. This is the box it comes in. There's a white cardboard sleevey thing, but inside the box it comes on a pillow, and then you get your warranty and your instructions. And the instructions might actually come in quite useful, although there are a lot online. There is an app that you can download for this as well to put on your phone for using the world time. We'll run through that as well. I'll try if I can get it under the camera. We'll see how good I am at that. Anyway, here's the watch. As you can see, it's an analog digital, and the digital display is negative, which for me is, I don't mind it. I think it kind of looks cool, but it isn't the easiest to see, as I'm sure you all already know. Anyway, dimensions wise, we have a case size, the minimum, which is from in here to there, so sort of between the 4 and the 10 is 43mm. The maximum overall, there's no crown on this, so this outside pusher is 46.7. We've got a lug to lug of 49mm, thickness of 12.5, so it's not massive. You know, kind of thickness and lengthwise. We've got a lug width of 22mm and an overall weight on the supplied bracelet of 148 grams. The glass covering that dial is a piece of flat mineral crystal, and everything is constructed, other than that, of 316L stainless steel. Mixture of brushing and polishing. The brushing on the case sides, etc., is done to a pretty good standard, as you would expect from Casio. You got this high polished edge to the bezel, and then a brushed top on the bezel with these numbers which are etched in. On the dial, as you can see, we've got applied indices, and there is a rehort around the outside which has got also got your corresponding minute markers. And then at the top, just below the 12, what we've got there, that's the date, and then here we have the day. And to scroll that over to your world time, it's this button here, so you press that one in, and now you have your running seconds here, and that is world time, which is set to New York time. And we'll take a look at the app in a moment or two. This button up here is for the backlight. I will, now you can see that is on. Got it to stay on. It's running for 3 seconds, and that is variable. You could adjust it to what you fancy, up to a maximum of 3 seconds. The middle button, as I said, that scrolls through the whatever data that you're showing up in that that top negative display at the 12 o'clock. And this one over here scrolls through your menu, and you will see that this hand here will move depending on what it is that you're using at the time. It's currently set to kind of default position, and then you go one more, and as you can see at the top just below that 12, that is your stopwatch. And then you go again, and that is your countdown timer. You'll see that little orange hand has moved up, so that'll drop down as the 10 minutes counts down. And then we go again, and that will scroll through to your alarms. As you can see, the alarms are off, currently set for 12. And then you go again, and that will go to world time, and as you can see, we are currently at New York. And if you want to scroll through the world times, it's this button here, and there's something like 30 world time zones on there, so yeah, pretty useful. But it's actually easier to do that through the Bluetooth. And you go again, and then it resets. Basically, it sets the watch back to 0. So you've got your world time displayed up there and your running seconds there, or if you want the day and the date, you just push this button here. So yeah, all pretty cool, all pretty straightforward. The bracelet on this is all brushed, solid links with push pins, polished on the outside. No security fold over on the clasp, just double deployment pushers, and we have a pressed clasp, and I'll talk about that in a minute, and then all your info for your Bluetooth, etc, and what your buttons do on the back of the watch. Hollow end links. Now these retail for about £150, and I mean, as cool as Casio is, I mean, okay, I'll let them get away with your hollow end links, but I think it's about time we started seeing some milled clasps on these. I think once you get up to sort of £150, yeah, there's no reason why you can't, because they're not super expensive. And if you want to change this one over yourself, by the way, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. This end is absolutely fine. That is a standard fit, but then here, you see, you've got this kind of male end that sits into the clasp. So if you wanted to put a milled clasp on, you'd have to take that link out, but you would have to order yourself another one of these ends, which is the straight bar end with no male extension. So yeah, I think it deserves it, because it's actually a nice watch. It feels nice in the hand. It's well built. They are water resistant to 100 meters. I have done the backlight thing. Somewhere I will put a picture up, or a video clip of the backlight in a dark situation. There is some lume on the hands, which is very unremarkable, let's put it like that, and isn't really worth kind of worrying about, and it doesn't last very long at all. But what I will do, let's see how well this works. Okay, so we've got that is actually currently set to New York time. So if we bring up the app on the phone, it'll take a moment or two. It will default go to the stopwatch, and you've got your data, which is any stopwatch data that you've got saved will be saved on your phone. Over on the left here, you've got a guide, so that's like your instruction manual. You move over to here, that is your world time. As you can see, it's currently set to New York as the world time, and the home time is London. Now you can swap those over by just tapping in the middle there, and that will now swap them around. And what you do is you confirm that you want to send it to the watch, and then we'll put that in there so we can see, and there we go. That is now changing over so that the main time on the watch is now New York time, and the second time zone is now your or London or GMT or UTC, whatever you want to call it. And to go back again, you just tap the middle, and then you confirm it when it comes up in the little window. There we go, send data to watch, and then that'll just run through for a moment, and there we go, and then it'll change it for you. So that is actually a pretty handy thing. The only thing that I have found with this Bluetooth is it does drop out quite frequently. I don't know what the range is like, either whether it's on the watch or on the phone, but it does have a habit of dropping out, and you have to reconnect. It's actually, if you lose connection, it's actually this button down here, which you hold down for 2 seconds, and then you'll get a beep, and then it should reconnect to your phone. So that's a little bit of a faff, but it does work. As long as it stays connected, it's okay. I believe it'll stay connected for about 12 hours by default, and then it'll disconnect itself anyway. So you do have to reconnect. Just move that out of the way. Right, so yes, do I recommend this watch? Yes, I think I do. It's actually a really nice. It's a well-made watch. It's a pretty much a go anywhere, do anything. I mean, you've got your world times on there. you get, it's kind of the Casio reliability as well. Yeah, I'm actually quite a fan of the edifice range, but yeah, the Bluetooth thing, it is improving. I had another one in the past which it disconnected all the time, but this one isn't as bad as that. But just be aware that if it does drop out, it's this button here. But yeah, there we go. That is Casio ECB-20D, and yeah, I think it's a pretty cool watch. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always interested to see what you guys think, and what, you know, what any others that you've got or that you've had experience with. Let me know what you think about this whole Bluetooth connection thing. But yeah, there we go. If you like this kind of content, if you could leave this video a thumbs up, that would be fantastic. Thank you very much. Don't forget to you know, like, comment, subscribe, and all the other stuff. Thank you very much for watching. That's it for now, and I will catch you all in the next video. Cheers for now.